All right, I think we're live. Let's see if, let me check here on the YouTube side and see if we are live. 1 second. Refresh this page here. All right, yep, it looks like we are live. Let's see, is anybody in the chat? Looks like we have 3 people watching. Let us know if you can hear the audio from the YouTube side.
I see Doctor Who.
Doctor Who, yeah, I think Doctor Who's been in here for a while, so I'm not sure if he's still here. Anyway, for anybody who's watching, I'm live here with my guest, Genx Collectibles. And Genx, thanks for joining me today. And Genx, on his channel, does some awesome spreadsheets keeping up with the United States Mint products. I do a lot of videos on the United States Mint products from, hot releases and stuff like that. Stuff that I'm interested in is the main reason why I do a lot of these videos. And Genx does a lot of videos too, US Mint related, but he also does these awesome spreadsheets that is trying to determine, prior to some releases going for sale and looking at some pre-sales like on eBay and stuff like that. And then also how the mint, how the values of the secondary market is keeping up, if it's going up in value, going down in value. So I think those spreadsheets are pretty cool there, Genx. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. Let me see if I can get this to work right this time. I'll start my camera. There we go. I actually got it to work. What I do is I will go in, and for this particular one, let's see. I think if you could flip me to full screen or flip it to.
Let me see here. Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh.
No. I'm trying to figure out which one it is. I'm pretty new to StreamYard here. Let's see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this will give an idea if people can see it. It's going to be tough if they're on the phone. Oh.
Yeah. Let me try one more thing here. Nope. If I click on that, it wants to remove you. I don't want to do that.
All right. Let's see if I can. Yeah, it's there. What I did, for example, this particular spreadsheet has to do with the new commemorative series that they pre-sold for the Negro League. And my gut feeling was, because of some of the information that you provided in your videos regarding this, is that I thought that the privy mark was going to be the hot one that was going to move the fastest. So I just decided to start tracking that one. And basically what I do is I track the aftermarket sales that pre-release, specifically for eBay. And I'll track the latest sales information, including shipping, come up with an average cost of what people are paying. And I plug that data into what my average eBay sales are. And then I just monitor the profit and loss if you were to buy that coin. So you've got your purchase price, average eBay sales price, your eBay and PayPal fees, gives you a net, and then a profit and loss. And then I've also taken it a step further to break it down even more for those that are true flippers, on what they can expect their return to be, if their primary reason is to flip it, as opposed to a collector that just wants replacement value. And then I also graph that data. So as you can see, it's from release through now, it's staying pretty steady, but a small growth. And I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that the privy mark is still the only one that is in remind me status. I think all the rest of them are still available to order.
I believe that's correct. Yep.
And the other one, I was tracking, was the Maya Angelou quarters, selling it as a 3-coin set or complete rolls. So it just lets people realize that, yeah, you bought the rolls, you busted them up, and you're selling a D and an S and a P as a group. Cost you $1.35, and the average sales price for those is $4.35. Well, your profit is only 22 cents.
Yeah.
So after you sell the whole roll, you made $8.84. But that's with, possibly 50 transactions that you got to package up into your profit. Or you could sell the 3 roll set complete. You buy $54. The average sale price is $8.51. Your profit is $7.83. So, this is a purely speculative type thing. I mean, this could shoot up to the moon if they limit the amount that they produce. I think the production numbers are going to dictate where this heads. I do.
Yeah. And the one you're showing on here right now, is the preview mark, right?
That one's the Maya.
Oh, the quarters. Okay, the quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 roll quarters. Yeah, I think a lot that's going to be determined with that is going to be whether or not I think it's all going to be in how many they sell. Is it going to be low production, high production? Is it going to be something that's going to be extremely limited, or are they going to be selling them the entire year, which is probably unlikely, but who knows? No one knows what their plans are, right?
Correct.
So let's take a look and see who is joining the chat. Polly Buck, welcome. And see who else is in here. Gold Aztec, welcome. Doctor Who, I'm not sure if Doctor Who is still in here. You're still in here, Doctor Who? So we got some great people showing up. So yeah, so I think those spreadsheets are pretty amazing on how you keep track of all of that. And I was also looking, every morning I like to look and see what's available from the United States Mint. And I'm not sure how much, if you do the same or if you keep up with that or not. But usually every morning, 7:30, I'm always on there. I look at not just the 2022 schedule and see if that privy mark comes back, which it was available yesterday for a very short period of time, but didn't come back available that I could see this morning. But in fact, this morning, I didn't see anything. Nothing of note came back from either of the 2021 or 2022 product schedule. However, yesterday, I noticed that the San Francisco Proof Silver Eagle came back, as well as as well as all of the Morgans and the Peace Dollar, with the exception of the privy marked Morgans. Those were all available yesterday. And I think it's amazing on how all of these come back slowly, and still, we're in February of 2022, and they're all, a lot of these from 2021 are still becoming available.
Yeah, I agree. I do take a look at it, probably not as diligently as you do, because your channel and what you focus on is a little bit different. In fact, the information that I get from watching you every day gives me ideas on, okay, I'm thinking this is going to be hot, and I think Silver Wolverine is thinking it's going to be hot, and a couple other channels. So I just make an educated guess and plug it in. Now, obviously, that was an easy pick last year. We knew that was going to be a hot item, at least for me to graph for folks.
Oh yeah.
Now, is it worth graphing? The clad set? I don't think so. But if there was interest there and people wanted to see that, I could obviously do that as well. But what I'd really like to do is, show people how they can do this on their own too. So
right. And Polly Buck says, I'm in Michigan, Thumb area, and we got 9 inches of snow in the past 2 days. So yeah, snow. We got a lot of snow. We got probably about the same as you got, probably around 9 inches of snow, somewhere around that area. And yesterday was a pretty big. I mean, right now it's all about that snow drift, right? Because I mean, I had to snow blow a couple days ago, and do a lot of it. And then yesterday I was still doing it. It's like it keeps snowing, but it's not. It's mainly from all the wind, and it's blowing it back on everywhere else, on the driveway, on the cars and everything. But it didn't so much snow a whole lot yesterday. But it's that snow drift that we have to keep up with also.
Yeah, we got lucky. We only got about 4 to 5 inches here. So we were at the northwest tip of the storm. So, and I know even you go 30 minutes further north of us, and they only got like 2 inches of snow. So,
Polly Buck says, I bought the 100-year 100 preview mark before the U.S. Mint started pushing the rest of them as a Black History Month gimmick. In my opinion, they are trying to make sales. I get it. Yep. They are trying to make sales. And, one thing that I was talking about on Son of a Silver Stacker stream yesterday, and, in the comments of several of the streams, and that is, I think that the clad, as far as what these are supposed to represent, I think they did a better job, in my opinion, on the clad than they did on the silver ones. The silver ones kind of look a little generic. And I also did a video a couple of days ago where I spoke about, I actually purchased 2 of the Privy Mark when initially I wasn't going to buy any of them. And on the first day that they went for sale, I didn't buy any of them. The second day, when they actually dropped the household order limit, I didn't buy any of them. But then a couple of days after the fact, then when they came back for a short period of time, and usually when they come back now, it's for like a couple of seconds. It's not, it's usually like 1 or 2. But that's when I kind of picked up one. And then a few days later, I said, you know what? Maybe I'll snag another one. So I end up buying 2 on pre-order from the Mint. And I think you bought one too, didn't you, Genx?
I did buy one, yes. But I didn't go back and try to get any more.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and this isn't none of this is financial advice. Neither one of us gives financial advice. We just, it's a fun thing we do, talking about these products. We both enjoy, collecting, whatever the case may be, these United States Mint products or wherever we purchase from. And I just find, it's fun to see, a lot of it is, what do you want to call it?
Speculative entertainment.
Yeah, Yes, speculating. Thank you for what's going to go up, what's not going to go up, and I mean, most of the United States Mint products. I've been doing this for a long time, and I'm sure you've been doing this, buying from the Mint for a long time, and a lot of the United States Mint products, yeah, at least before 2020, before March of 2020, whatever, a lot of the United States Mint products, all they did was lose value. And I would take whatever I had. If I wanted to get rid of a proof American Silver Eagle, take the 2016, you take it to your local coin shop, and they give you below what you paid for it.
Yeah.
But recently, it's just the last couple of years where a lot of these products have become, even the proof American Silver Eagles, which usually went down in value, has been going up in value. Now, is that going to continue? I guess only time will tell. If there's that many collectors, and I think a lot of it also has to do with adding a product limit, where before they would sell 600,000, 500,000, and there's probably not 500,000 collectors for a proof American Silver Eagle, whereas it seems like there's more than 300,000 where they've been keeping the West Point proof American Silver Eagle product limit.
They've been right around 300,000 for several years. I think you've pointed out in your analysis, or when you do your research on the sales history.
Yeah.
And now it sounds like that's going to change for the W at least.
Right.
But not so much for the burnished and the S proof. Although who knows what they're going to do with the special edition set at the end of the year. Maybe they're going to put the W back in there because of the mintage limit. Who knows? Now,
right.
There's a difference between mintage limit and product limit. So,
oh, here, I just figured it out. There's your solo layout.
It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah. So it's going to be very interesting. And the other interesting thing that is that nothing on the United States Mint website is available as far as details about anything. And usually by now, you would not only have details about the American, proof American Silver Eagles and that, but you would also have mintage limits. But not only that, but you would also have them available, right, for purchase.
They'd be in normally they would ship those things, but I mean, we'd have them in our hands already. So there's something. I honestly think that they're trying to repair their reputation, and they don't want to be selling stuff that they can't deliver.
Right.
Yeah,
and that could be the case.
Yeah, I think the quarter program was something that was real big and got national headlines, and then I think they were focusing on getting that stuff out. I was a little surprised that they pushed back the Purple Heart, and then the commemorative for the Negro League got to a pre-order type thing. So I can only speculate from my experience in manufacturing what's going on there, but my guess is they're doing a complete overhaul with their internal customer service and their inventory control management system, as well as their distribution system. I think they're doing a complete revamp, and it's just taking some time for them to do that.
Yeah.
Set up properly.
Let's see. John Belay is in the house. Welcome. And let's see who else is in here. Silver Frogman is in here saying hello to you, Genx, and me. Hello, Silver Frogman. And we got Polly Buck says, looking forward to the proof Morgan and Peace dollars, as well as the Purple Heart. I am not sure I'll buy the Purple Heart. Still lots of time to decide. And I'm on the same boat there as well. I'm looking forward to at least the numbers, at least the details about the proof Morgan and Peace dollars for 2022 to see, what is the mintage going to be? Is it going to be higher than what they were in 2021? Is it going to be a lower mintage? Are they going to try to keep it to 50,000? What is the mintage limit going to be? That's going to be something to keep our eye on once they finally decide to release that information. And then Gold Aztec, which I have put up here on the screen, says that congratulations ASE 30,000 will be fire. Now, the one thing that I wanted to talk about that and also get your opinion on too, Gen X, is I had a comment from somebody, I can't remember who it was, but they were asking about the congratulations American Silver Eagle that I believe it was Coin World who said that there was going to be a 30,000 mintage limit, which I don't think the United States Mint has put any of that detail on their product schedule yet. But with it being a 30,000 mintage, now here's the thing: it's not a 30,000 mintage; it's a 30,000 product limit with that packaging, right?
Correct.
And as fascinating as I think that is, the question is how many people actually care about that. Well, I may try to buy one or two, maybe. I haven't decided yet. But in order to, now, one thing that I found is when you go to resell it, and that's where you get into the grading part of it, the NGC PCGS. And the reason why NGC PCGS wants you to keep it in that packaging, because if you take it out of the shipping box from the mint and you want to get it graded, they're not going to grade it, or they'll grade it as a West Point proof, but they're not going to put a label on there saying, hey, it was from the congratulations set, because that coin is removable. So you could, yeah, so you can take the coin out and you can replace it, I believe. Now I have a 2021 congratulations set, but I didn't try to remove it because I don't want to, disturb it in that packaging. But from what I've heard is that you can easily pop it out. And that's why then you can put another one in there. And that's why I believe, from what my coin shop was saying, why they want it sealed is so that you don't, try to pick a, better one, put it in there, and now you have a proof 70, whereas otherwise it could have been a 69 or a 68, or if it had a milk spot or scratch, then you're replacing it. So, and with the congratulations set, I mean, that's the only thing really separating it from being a higher mintage or a higher product limit, is being in that packaging. So I think for me, if that was something that I was going to buy, it would be like an automatic. It's got to get graded. It's got to be in that slab so that you can tell the difference between a congratulations set. If you go to resell it, who knows if you are selling the one with the coin that actually came with that packaging.
Right. I completely agree. I think that the target your target audience for this is obviously your registry set people that need that. And if the limit is only 30,000, there's going to be a mad scramble at getting those and then getting them graded. I can see where the price on a graded one of those might go up, and that's probably one that I probably should track. The problem is that a lot of people will open it up, and I didn't realize that you could take the coin out. I guess it's kind of like the Chronicle set, the presidential Chronicle sets, where you could take out the coins out of the packaging. I thought it was more like the American Innovation set, where in order to get that coin out, you got to destroy the packaging.
Yeah.
But I've never bought a congratulations set. Didn't know that for certain. Yeah. But I know that Son of a Silver Stacker has mentioned it several times. You got to keep it in the shipping box.
Yeah, you do. Well, you do, and it says it on NGC's website and PCGS that you have to keep it in the box. Now, I haven't sent one out that was loose, so I don't. Maybe they will. I don't know, but their website clearly states It's got to remain in the shipping box, as does the limited edition silver proof set. It seems like everything that's been released in a different fashion and a different packaging has to remain in that packaging to get the label that it was from that release or that set.
And I can understand that, especially for coins that they can swap out. Like the limited edition set, I have I should say all. Well, no, I still do all of the coins that came in that set. And if I could I open up a limited edition set and see that my regular silver proof set that I got has got a better dime or whatever, I could swap it out and send it in. So I can see why they want that still sealed in the box, so that you can't do that. So it makes sense.
Yeah, and
but then you're gambling. You're not only do you gamble with the grading, but you're double gambling because you're gambling blind, right?
Right, exactly. You're gambling blind, and that's what I did with my 2021 limited edition silver proof set, which I typically don't buy. I don't like to buy things just for the packaging. Which this was 2021 was the first year that I bought, one, the congratulations set, and two, the limited edition silver proof set, which I say probably, but I don't know. I'll probably never get the limited edition silver proof set again. I don't think. But I bought it this time. I made an exception only because it came with two eagles, and for that fact, it was a little unique. And then John Bolle is asking about the congratulations set, I think, and he's saying, when you say shipping package, is that the USPS, UPS, FedEx shipping box unopened? And yes, that is correct. It has to remain, according to PCGS or NGC's website, it has to remain in the shipping box unopened. So you can't look at it, you can't inspect it for grading or anything like that. It has to remain in that shipping box, which is something that I typically don't like to do. But I have been thinking about, one thing I have been thinking about is the next time I do send something out for grading, I've been thinking about sending it through Annex, which a lot of people I know like to go with the main two, but I have been thinking somewhat about Annex. But I'm probably going to be slowing down a lot as far as sending stuff out for grading. I took a big exception for 2021.
Yeah,
Let's see who else is in here.
Doing the same with, I've got Morgan's out. I've got my reverse proofs out. So I've got quite a few coins out right now to PCGS. So it's or whatever company you choose, depending on what you want to do with it. If you just want to protect it and get a grade, and it's something that you just want to hold on to, there's nothing. I mean, Annex, as far as I know, there's nothing wrong with Annex other than it doesn't bring a premium when you go to sell it, where you can get a little bit more for NGC or PCGS. Yeah. But other than that, from what I've heard, they've upped their game a little bit, and they're getting better at their grading. They're not like the fourth grading company that we haven't mentioned.
Let's see who else is in here. Silver Hustlin 13. What's up, Silver Hustlin 13? Great dude right there. Who else do we have? Hustlin 13 says PCGS pretty close guessing sometimes. Guess sometimes. Who else do we have?
Is that Steven? Is this the U.S. Mint channel? Well,
yeah. I mean, the U.S. Mint. I mean, so the reason why. So let me say this: 2019. Well, let me go back to the first purchase I ever made from the United States Mint. I want to get it right. Was the 2018 reverse proof silver proof set, and I bought a few of those. And that was like my first purchase I ever made from the United States Mint. And then in 2019 was, I think, my second was the West Point American Silver Eagle, the San Francisco Proof American Silver Eagle, and I think 2019 was also the high relief 2.5 ounce American Liberty medal. And the reason why I've been mainly focusing on the United States Mint is because of the high premiums on bullion. And I haven't been buying much as far as stacking weight for silver because, in my opinion, I view it as all the premiums are way too high for something that follows spot. And then with the United States Mint, as recently, it's, it hasn't always been the case, and it may not be the case going forward. But they've been keeping up. Their values have been staying the same, if not increasing in value. So I'd rather stick with something that's increasing in value than something that if I have to turn around and sell a American Silver Eagle that I bought for $40, I can turn around and sell it for $30. So that's why I've been mainly focusing on collectibles and not so much stacking high premium bullion.
Makes sense.
All right, let's see. Hustlin says, buy the coin, not the slab. And I agree with that wholeheartedly, even though I've been doing that. I don't buy a lot of stuff graded, although I've been sending some stuff out to be graded. But I definitely don't pay up for stuff after it's already been graded. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Dash Cam Sam is here. He's just saying hi to everybody. Bully Boy. Let's see. What's a ROO and the $15 off code? I don't know what that means. You know what that means?
No, I don't know.
Here we have Brent Straddle. NGC raised rates and no estimate time when they will be able to offer scratch resistant lenses, I asked. See, I thought everything was in. Now, I don't send stuff out. When I do send stuff out for grading, I send it out through my coin shop, so I never have to go through filling out the forms and all that kind of stuff. But I thought everything was scratch resistant. Maybe not. I guess that might be something you have to pay extra for.
Yeah, I think there's an extra fee for it. I've never sent anything to NGC, but if I remember right, I think it's like an extra $5 or something like that. The most concerning thing to me with NGC is not only did they raise their rates, which isn't unexpected, but their lead times. I mean, it's 80 working days from the time that they enter it in their system is what they're stating now. And I think TCGS is 50. So, and that's work days. So, I mean, 80 work days there's 20 in a month. So,
yeah, long time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Silver Hustlin 13 says, and this is also my plan, is the same thing that he just said. He says, I will buy one 2022 ASC to keep sets alive. And that's my plan too, is to keep buying. I'm only going to buy one American Silver Eagle and pretty much every coin that I want. I always wanted to buy a Britannia with the cool security features that coin has, but to this point, I haven't bought one. But I did want to pick up one example of those. And so I will buy. The way I look at bullion American Silver Eagles, while a lot of people look at them as stacking weight, I'm starting to look at them right now as just collecting another high premium piece of silver. Yeah. And that's kind of the mindset that I have when it comes to those type of coins right now, with a $10 over spot or $9 over spot. Is just adding it as part of your collection rather than stacking weight just for silver. Let's see. What else do we have? Pam Rogers is just saying hello. Great job. Thank you. Polly Buck Kangaroo. Are you going to buy the new women's quarter set from the U.S. Mint? And yeah, that's something I actually usually when it comes to clad, and I think it was I can't remember. I don't like quoting people when I quote the wrong people, so I'm just gonna say I heard from somebody who said who owns a coin shop who said that when you're talking about buying clad, at a high premium, your baseline is face value, which I think is a pretty good thing to say. And so I am buying a couple of the 3-row sets for the women's quarters coming up. I think it's on Monday, the 7th. But when you do that, you're paying a high premium for clad. And I believe the 3-row set is $24 in total over face value. So your baseline is, if you had to sell them, you could always take them back to the bank and lose $24. And that's the way I look at it. When I get into stuff like that, I always look at it the negative side first, and that is how much money can I lose when I get into buying stuff like that. So I go into it assuming I'm going to lose $24 with the speculation that the S minted quarter could be extremely low mintage and it could go up in value.
I would agree with the S minted, because that's the only way to get the S minted cent this year. You can't buy it any other way but other than those rolls, if I recall.
Let's see. And then we have John Bully Belay talking to Polly Buck. Some great people over here in the chat. Let's see. John Bully Belay asking at Silver Wolverine at Genx Collectibles. Polly Buck is hosting a buy a 1/10 ounce gold coin per month contest. Cool. I have a number of 1/10 ounce gold coins. I'm not really in the market right now to buy any more. Are you buying any? Do you get into 1/10 ounce Genx gold?
If I come across a good deal, I will. Yes.
Yeah, I know those 1/10 ounce gold kookaburras are supposed to be coming out, the 2022s at some point. I haven't seen those yet. I did buy, I think it was 2020. I bought a couple of, but I didn't buy any in 2021. And I'm undecided if I'm going to buy any in 2022. I guess it's going to depend on premium on those.
Yeah, I have a few ASE 10th ounce, and I have a few of the Britannia's 10th ounce.
Okay.
Which I think is a better looking coin, frankly.
Yeah. Numismatic Stacker is here, and Numismatic Stacker, I'm not sure if you dealt with him at all watching his channel. He's got a lot of great knowledge of numismatic coins, such as original Morgan dollars, original peace dollars. He likes looking for varieties, errors. He's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to those type of things, and I like watching his channel for that. Now, for me, I don't look for those sort of things too often, but I think watching, he's got a lot of knowledge when it comes to those type of things. Do you look for errors and stuff like that in older numismatic coins?
I would like to, but I just haven't yet. There's so much, especially when you're talking Morgans, because every Morgan is a VAM.
Yeah.
And it's a phone book. I mean, when you look at VAMs for errors in the Morgans and the peace dollars, don't get me wrong, and I love peace dollars. I have several, and I only have a couple of Morgans, and I'd like to do more of that, but it's one of those areas that I don't know enough. So I know enough that if I don't know, don't buy.
Right.
Unless it's got a grade on it, and But as far as going out and finding something in the wild or in somebody's junk bin, I don't know enough. The only luck I've had with that is I was at a coin shop, and in their junk bin they had I want to say it was a 1984 or 85 1-ounce Libertad that I got for 50 cents over spot. So they didn't even know what they had, and so that I knew. So I grabbed and bought that. But for me to go in the wild to try to find a Morgan and a piece and know that, it's a great deal. I would love to get to that point, but I'm still learning.
Yep. One thing I want to comment on, and I was in Son of a Silver Stacker's live stream yesterday, and I kind of broke this news there. And this is just amazing. But the bank that I go to, the teller or one of the people who work in the bank has my direct phone number, and I get texts, every so often. I ask them, hey, keep an eye out for this, keep an eye out for that. If you get this, let me know. I'll come up there and buy it. And I got a text the other day, not mentioning the bank or anything like that, but somebody brought in, get ready for this, if you haven't heard this yet, this is just something that you just don't see really ever. And somebody actually brought in, I think it was one person, I'm not sure, but it had to have been one customer who brought in a 1921 Morgan dollar and not one, but two American Silver Eagles, and sold it to the bank for $1 a piece. So just cashed in a 1921 Morgan and two American Silver Eagles. Unbelievable.
It is unbelievable.
How people, I don't want to say that they didn't know, but I mean, I can't imagine that you would just take, unless they wanted to just give it to the bank and say, hey, here's, $90, $100, and I'll give it to you for $3.
Yeah, I was just going to say it's, about $100 worth of coins for $3. But
yeah. So, well, I didn't get them anyway. I don't know where they went, but they definitely didn't end up with me.
And I'm sure they didn't end up in the tray to go to the bankroller machines either.
No. Yeah, I think somebody in the bank bought them.
Yeah, and they're $1, so they pay for it.
Yeah. I mean, you buy them. All you got to do, I believe, is from one teller to another, make a purchase within the bank, and buy them for $3. So that was, for somebody, that was an awesome deal. Now I'm trying to get them so I can make a video, with them. So I'm working on that so I can somehow figure out who has them, so I can just make a video about it. Because I'm like, that's something you just don't see very often, is somebody bringing a Morgan dollar, original Morgan dollar, to the bank. Yep, nope. That's a Silver Frogman says that's a steal of a deal. Absolutely, it's a steal of a deal. And Numismatic Stacker says crazy, and it's crazy for sure. Rocky Superstars here. And then we have a question. What do you think is the best 1-ounce gold coin to buy at this time? And I think that's a personal question. I mean, really, it's a personal question as to what you like. In my opinion, some people like, 4.9s, fine gold, rather it be a gold Canadian maple leaf or a gold buffalo. I personally like to try, whenever I buy gold coins, I like to go with American Gold Eagles and try to find the best deal from a reputable source. Try and buy a American Gold Eagle, even though American Gold Eagles right now have pretty high premiums as well. But that's my opinion. What do you think, Genx?
I think it is a personal choice, and I know that around here at the local coin shows, I can get a buffalo for the same price as an American Gold Eagle, which is surprising. So if I've got some type of trade, or if I'm working out some type of deal, and if I wanted to get a 1 ounce gold, I mean, that's what I would do. I would get the buffalo.
Okay.
But yeah, if you don't have that luxury and you're online, I mean, right now the lowest premiums that I'm seeing are for the Britannias and the Maple Leafs, because an ounce of gold is an ounce of gold. But so again, I agree with you. It's a personal decision. I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of people like to go with the pure, 24 karat gold, but the problem that I have with those is that they scratch easy, and they're, because it's, pure, soft gold. And so if you have them if you have them slabbed, which is not the way, I mean, in fact, I just cracked a gold buffalo out of a slab and put it into a capsule. So, but the problem with the gold buffaloes is if you like to touch your gold, if you like to handle your coins, then the buffalo or the 24K gold may not be the way to go, because they're going to scratch easy because of that. But
mine go directly into a direct fit, airtight.
Yeah, and that's how I have mine. And but with the gold, with the American Gold Eagles, because they're, they have 3%, I believe it's 3% silver, and then it has some copper. It makes it a little bit stronger and a lot less easy to scratch up.
Yep, it's true. That's why jewelry grade is, 14 karat, normally, because it's harder, but it still scratches. But that's why you rarely see like a ring made out of any, 18 or 20 karat or anything like that, because it's just too easy to damage.
Right. Let me see. Polly Buck says, "Gotta head out. Have a great show. Maybe I'll see you Monday night." Yeah, Polly Buck. He's been doing a show with, who is it? The director of, I think his name is Director of Awesomeness. Have you heard of him?
No.
So he had a pretty good he's got a pretty good show that he does. I believe it's on Monday nights, as he said, live stream. Let's see. Numismatic Stacker says, "Silver rolling like proof coins. You may have inspired me to get into proof coins. I love the hobby." Yeah, I mean, I like to buy. I mean, recently I've been buying proof American Silver Eagles, but I mean, prior to last year, proof coin just wasn't my thing. But ever since the proof American Silver Eagle's been holding their value, and that I'm not stacking a lot of bullion right now, that's the reason why I've been buying a lot of those. Been mainly focusing on the collectible side of it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Let's see. Is it smart to buy gold jewelry or for gold content? That's not something that I get into per se. I know there's been some people who have said, to go to your local pawn shops and buy scrap jewelry. That's just not something I ever did.
No, me either. Just be aware of what you're buying.
Be aware. Make sure it's real. May have a way to test it and make sure it's not just gold plated, tungsten or whatever the case is. Make sure whatever you buy, you have a way to test it, and without a doubt you're buying something that's legit. Question about JP Morgan. Rocky Superstar says, "Hit that like button." I agree. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Smash up that like button. Numismatic Stacker says, "Right. I feel the secondary market is good on the coins you like to buy from the U.S. Mint. While the secondary market has been good for stuff that you like to buy at the United States Mint, but as of recently, you have to buy them for more money. So yeah, because like still, have you been doing any spreadsheets on like the proof American Silver Eagles from last year? Have you been keeping up
Um,
with those values?
no, I have not. And I probably should, because I think the type 1s are demanding really good premiums as well. I think both type 1 and type 2 from last year are getting good premiums. So I should probably revisit that and maybe do some digging and start a spreadsheet on that, because it seems like the prices on those continue to increase.
Yeah, and I mean, right now, I should say I haven't looked at them recently, but they have been, as of at least a couple months ago, they were going for a lot more money than the $73 that you paid for them at the United States Mint. But I think it's important to point out also that they could always go the other direction too. So they're not all, just because they're hot one day doesn't mean they're going to be hot and going for more money or appreciating value always.
Yeah,
They could always,
not everything's a 96W, but
yeah, yeah,
there's some exceptions. And you look at the 2019 enhanced reverse proof, which I mightily failed at acquiring after many attempts. Those have actually come down a little bit, but still, even though the prices come down a little bit, you still make huge money on it. Huge profit if you want to flip it.
yeah. My coin shop, by the way, has tons of silver. I mean, I'm not sure about the coin shops in your area, but I can go into my coin shop. I mean, there's stuff that they'll run out of. Like I was just in there the other day, and they ran out of 2022 Maple Leafs, like I think I was talking to you about in the green room. But as far as silver goes, I mean, they are stacked with silver. Typically, gold, on the other hand, they usually have a limited supply of gold.
Yeah, my true coin shop, which is only about 10 minutes away, they don't have any silver.
Oh, really?
He was expecting monster box the last time I was in there, but he says as soon as it comes in, that in gold, he didn't have any. Now he's got tons of commemoratives and proof sets and stuff like that. But as far as just American Gold Eagles or Silver Eagles or even generic bars and generic rounds, he was completely out. Now he has junk silver. If you want to buy some constitutional, he had some of that.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
know,
the coin shop. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, when I go up to the Coin Cruise coin shop, they seem to be stocked pretty decent. But I know
Okay.
they turn their inventory pretty quickly up there too.
Yeah. Yeah, because the coin shop that I go to, I mean, they have like a bin of like peace dollars. Now, I mean, they're common date peace dollars, but I mean, they must have about 100 of them or more in this bin that they have there that you can just go through. And I mean, they're not, MS-65s, but they're, call or whatever peace dollars, big bin of them. And you can just go through in there and search through them. And I think they were like $30. Not too bad.
No. Yeah, because now you're just buying for weight, right? You're not buying for numismatic value at all when they're like that.
Yeah. And Dave here says, love the special guest here. Awesome. Thank you. And then he also says, do you live stream often? I don't. I mean, the first live stream that I did actually using StreamYard here was yesterday morning. And sometimes I'll, pop online with a camera and focus on, some kind of precious metals, some coins or something like that. But I don't. I mean, I I usually work different hours, so I can't really commit to I'm going to live stream. Like I know Salivate Metal live streams every Sunday at 6 p.m. I think it's Sunday and Tuesday at 6 p.m. every Sunday and Tuesday, and I can't commit to that type of a schedule for live streaming. Plus, my schedule changes a lot, so
Yeah,
sometimes I just
and
do.
Fridays. He does Fridays too. Unless he's got a gig, then he'll
Yeah,
do it Saturday or something.
yeah,
But
Friday. That's right. Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday. Right? I think.
I believe that's it. Yep. Sunday for sure. But
Yep. And then you have Son of a Silver Stacker who does every day, every morning during the week at 9:30. Right?
yeah, yes, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 10:30.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Let's see. Then we have same thing. I missed the Son of a Silver Stacker show because of work. Yep, work. That work thing sometimes gets in the way of a lot of fun things that you could be doing. But it pays the bills and it pays for a lot of these precious metals that we buy.
yep, that's true.
Let's see. Peace and Morgan dollars have just currently 1740 of silver value. Not sure what that means.
Don't know.
JT coin rings.
Oh, because it's not a full ounce of silver.
Okay, yeah, that's true. 90% silver. Thank you, JT Coin Rings. JT Coin Rings is in the house. I think JT Coin Rings doesn't he? I think he makes coin rings. It's in his name, coin rings. Like I think he makes rings out, in like versions of different coins, right?
I believe so. I believe I've visited his channel. There's so many that it's hard to keep up with everyone, but I try hard.
Yeah.
And hello, Rocky Superstar, and who else said hello to us? Oh, Ramno 8790.
Hey, how's it going? Numismatic stacker. Yes, it's been below zero lately. Yeah, it's one of those cold winters. I can't wait till the winter's gone.
Yeah, you and me both. It was 1 degree with the wind chill this morning here.
1 degree by you. Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, let's see who else we have here. Numismatic stacker. Let's see. I want to make sure I'm not missing any comments here. See who else we have.
Dashcam Sam. Have you ever seen a truck driver coin or some type of trucking related coin? I want one. I can't say off the top of my head that I haven't, but I'm sure that they're out there. There's got to be.
Rocky Superstar said it's hard to work outside in that cold weather. Yeah, that's a job that I definitely would not want to have, especially. And I mean, it probably wouldn't be too bad working outside when it's 80, but I wouldn't want to be working outside when it's -1.
Back in my younger days, I did some roofing, and they worked year round, and I didn't mind it in the spring, and I didn't mind it in the fall, but it was brutal in the July heat, or right now February cold. It's those guys, construction workers and people that are working outside right now. It takes a toll.
Silver Surfer is in here with some algorithm food. Thank you, Silver Surfer. Always going to several channels within the community and giving up some of that algorithm food and the thumbs up. Thank you, sir.
Yes, he does.
Louis Trade says, keep stacking bullion, numismatics, bars, stay patient, and buy consistently. I don't know. I say buy what you want and buy what you can afford. Um, I personally don't like following, other people and movements because I think that ultimately will get people into trouble, in my opinion.
That and buying it on credit.
And then buying it on credit.
Yeah, it should be discretionary income, and it should be. I mean, you can combine enjoyment and stacking at the same time, but you got to do it smart.
Yep. And I think it was Silver Honda who I think I had to leave and go to work. But Silver Honda recently paid off his credit card, which I think is awesome. And
Yep.
I've made videos not recently, but a few years ago that, in my opinion, if you have debt, I mean, as far as credit card debt, it would be wiser to pay off said debt before, accumulating too much precious metals. Debt, no good.
I completely agree with that. I know there will be others that will disagree with us on that, but I think that other than your car payment and or house payment, if you've got any type of other loans or debt, you should be paying that off before you're buying precious metals.
Yep. SF Kim Rush is here. Welcome. 82 degrees in Fort Lauderdale, Florida right now. Would be nice to be in Florida right now.
Yes, it would be. Sitting by a pool or on the beach would be nice.
Oh my gosh. I can avoid all credit card debt, and I agree with that 100%. Now, I use credit cards only because I use them as a tool for the rewards. And I know there's been several people, you are either 100% against credit cards, which I can understand, the people who completely hate them. And then there's the other people like myself who likes to use them just for the tool of, paying them off and then using the reward points. And there's people who don't, some people may not be able to do that because the temptation of buying stuff that you can't afford is too great.
Yep.
So for that, I'll definitely, if that's the case, I would definitely stay away from it. But for me, I just don't buy a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I don't. I have a budget and I pay the credit card off. Every month for whatever I put on it, and same type thing. I've got miles or comp dollars or whatever I want to do with that. But if you can't pay your credit card, in my opinion, if you can't pay the balance off every month, then you need to take a step back. And some people can do that. And some people, it's just too easy to whip out that plastic.
Yep. Gold Maple is here. Welcome, Gold Maple. It says, Ramno 8790 says, I prefer buying some of the art rounds and bars rather than seemingly overpriced U.S. Mint products in subpar packaging. And I can understand that logic as well. But the one thing that I will say is I like to, there's nothing wrong with, getting out and, buying, other things like bars and art bars and stuff like that. But I like to stay with stuff that's extremely liquid, stuff that's really recognizable. So if I had to part with it, other people will know exactly what it is. But that's just my opinion on that. But I have bought our art bars, certain Port Silver products from people around the community. So I'm not going to say I haven't bought that kind of stuff. It's just not stuff that I would buy for me personally, a lot of stuff on of. Let's see. Silver Hair Stacker says, "Yep, I have six credit cards with zero balance, and that's the only way to do it. If you're going to spend, in my opinion, on a credit card, got to keep a zero balance. Not pay that because I mean most credit cards. I mean they're going to have what 20% interest rate or higher.
Yep.
So it's defeating the purpose to buy something with the intention of what preserving your money if you're paying more money to get them. All right, let's see. I appreciate that, Silver. Okay, I agree with you. Okay, so awesome. Anything else you want to talk about there, Gen X, before we wrap up this stream?
I think we've covered a pretty good gamut of topics today, and I definitely appreciate you having me on to let me explain some of the things that I do. And I certainly appreciate your channel. I've been watching you for a long time, and you put out some great content, and I appreciate all the folks that are in the chat and have thrown us some questions to discuss. And just thanks again for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yep. Thank you. And see, Gold Maple says, I have certain silver bars, Pamp Swiss, Credit Suisse, Suisse. Is that how you say it? Suisse? Maybe it's Suisse. Perth Mint, Sunshine, Minting are all his favorites. Really cool. I do like the Sunshine. If I do go with a generic bar, I do like the Sunshine products. I mean, I believe Sunshine Minting is one of the suppliers for the United States Mint for their blanks, right?
I believe so, yes.
So they're a reputable company. As long as I believe there's also, out there on the secondary market, you could always buy fakes of anything. So always be careful of that. Rocky Silver Surfer talking to Rocky Superstar. All right. Is there anybody in the chat that has anything before we wrap up this live stream? Bully Belay is saying, at Gen X, get busy on the auction spreadsheet.
Yes, I'll be working on that, and we'll be in touch. He's referring to the auction on Sunday night and Son of a Silver Stacker's channel.
Okay, I believe they're doing a benefit auction, right?
Yeah,
it's a benefit auction.
Yes.
Okay, it's a benefit auction Sunday night on Son of a Silver Stacker. Is that at 6 p.m. Sunday?
I believe it's 8 p.m.
8 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep, that's why he's not stepping on the Coin Crew does their stream on Sundays, and then Ravenhawk. So I believe he's doing it. His odds are at 8 for that particular reason, just to show common courtesy to some good channels that have shown support to everybody.
SF Kim Rush says, try to advertise that you are doing this, and if when possible, when doing what? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna guess the live stream that if you put up an announcement of when you can do the preview type thing.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess it's called.
Okay, awesome. All right, well, thanks for everybody for stopping into this live stream, everybody who joined. I appreciate it. And thank you to Gen X for coming up here with me. And just wanted to, kind of shout out your channel of the, spreadsheets that you do for keeping up with a lot of the, United States Mint products and such like that. So, all right. And Silver Surfer says, how are you paying your guest? I'm paying with gratitude.
It's paying with, as they say over on Coin Crew, with fun. And
yeah,
to be frank, also there's exposure. I mean, Silver Wolverine he's well respected, and I'm honored to be on his show, and that he would allow me to come on and let me share some of my wisdom that I can offer.
Yep. So, all right. Thanks a lot, everybody, for joining. Thank you to Genx for joining, the stream with me as my guest. And thanks, everybody. I appreciate everybody. Smash that thumbs up if you haven't already on your way out. Thanks, everybody. And I'll talk to everybody on my next live stream or video. Thanks a lot, everyone.
73.